Hi everyone, once again back to my new episode of Hero Podcast. In this episode, we have Dr. Akanksha Sharma with us. So before starting, let me introduce about Akanksha Sharma. So Akanksha has worked with Asia's biggest spine clinic, and apart from that, she loves music and art. If I sum up everything, she's more over a creative person. So hi Akanksha, welcome to my new episode. How are you feeling?
Hi Shubham, I'm very good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. So, how are you feeling in today's podcast? Are you excited?
Actually, I'm excited and nervous because it's the first time that being my friend, you have invited me to your channel. So I hope that people should like what we are talking about today.
Yeah. So my first question to you, Akanksha, as generally I ask to everyone, what made you to decide physiotherapy as your career? Why you choose physiotherapy?
Okay, so there's a very interesting story. Okay, I would like to share.
Mm-hmm.
So मैं यहाँ पे हिंदी में बात करना ज्यादा प्रेफर करूंगी.
Yeah.
जब मैं 11th स्टैंडर्ड में थी, ओके, तो मेरे नानू थे. उनको एक्चुअली स्ट्रोक आया था, जिसको हम मिनी हार्ट अटैक भी बोलते हैं.
Okay.
तो वो टाइम पे मतलब आई वाज स्टेइंग इन हरिद्वार. इट इज अ वेरी स्मॉल सिटी जहाँ पे डॉक्टर्स अवेलेबिलिटी शायद बाकी मेट्रोपॉलिटन सिटीज के कंपैरिजन में बहुत कम है. तो वहां पे उनका ट्रीटमेंट वगैरह सब चल रहा था. सो तब हमें पता चला कि उनको एक फिजियोथेरेपिस्ट का जरूरत है. सो बीइंग इन दैट स्मॉल स्टैंडर्ड 11th स्टैंडर्ड जहाँ पे आपको इतना शायद नॉलेज नहीं होता. सो आई कम फ्रॉम अ साइंस बैकग्राउंड, बट हाँ, मुझे उतना डेप्थ नहीं था. मुझे नहीं पता था उस टाइम पे कि फिजियोथेरेपी कितना इम्पोर्टेंट हो सकता है. तो उनको फिजियोथेरेपी का जरूरत था. दे नीड सम एक्सरसाइजेस टू डू, ताकि जो उनका मोबिलिटी है, चलना फिरना, वो थोड़ा बेटर हो जाए.
Okay.
सो शुभम, यू वॉन्ट अंडरस्टैंड कि मैंने कितने लोगों को पूछा, कितने डॉक्टर्स को पूछा कि फिजियोथेरेपी कहाँ पे होती है, क्या होता है.
I see.
बट जब आप एक छोटे शहर में रहते हो तो लोगों का नॉलेज उतना कन्फाइन नहीं हो पाता है.
Exactly.
इट
You
इज
are
अ वेरी
absolutely right.
रिस्ट्रिक्टिव
Yeah.
इट इज अ वेरी रिस्ट्रिक्टिव एरिया एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम.
Mm-hmm.
तो तब हमने बहुत ढूंढा, खोजा. तब हमें जाके एक भैया मिले. ही वॉज ऑल्सो नॉट अ फिजियोथेरेपिस्ट. ओके, तो वो हमारे घर पे आते थे. आई स्टिल रिमेम्बर, ये 2000 शायद 10 का बात है. सो ही यूज टू चार्ज 50 रुपए वो टाइम पे. ठीक है, वो आते थे, कुछ नहीं करते थे, आपका बस फिंगर चला देंगे, पैर चला देंगे और छोड़ देंगे. सो धीरे 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 नानू का कंडीशन और बिगड़ता गया. जितना उनका मूवमेंट था ना, वो भी जीरो हुआ. तो बाय द एंड ऑफ दैट ईयर ही पास्ड अवे. सो दैट डे आई थॉट कि चलो, अब एक गलती की वजह से किसी का लाइफ गया है, तो why should not I understand much about it, and why should not I take that up as a career? So that is the first day when I realized कि yes, physiotherapy is an integral part. हम भले ही बोलते हैं कि MBBS डॉक्टर्स भगवान है, बट अगर MBBS डॉक्टर का काम सर्जरी करके देना है तो पेशेंट को चलाना हमारा काम है. So that is how I wanted to become a physiotherapist.
That's what made you decide to come into a physiotherapy line. So that's really interesting story. That's that is something which is relates to a kind of purpose कि हाँ, अगर मैं ये हूँ तो. So have you also met with such kind of patient, और कोई ऐसा patient आपको भी मिला हो in that kind of condition where you treat that patient? So I think generally you meet with lot of patients, Akanksha. So like in those situation कभी आपको ऐसा भी मिला हो like that patient has really warm feel like कि हाँ, you are like a god and you have helped me a lot, so in these couple of years.
Yes, so previously in which organization I was working on, there are lots of patients which we meet in everyday life, but कुछ patients होते हैं ऐसे जो आपके after being even like visiting them for a couple of days or couple of months, you get very close to. So एक मेरे patient थे. I remember his name. His name was Raj Agaskar. So he used to stay in Mumbai only, in Khar.
Okay.
So he had Parkinson. Okay. The day when I came and I visited him, he was even able to stand up properly.
Okay.
So मतलब I had to start from zero. जहाँ पे उनका functional mobility zero है, वो कुछ नहीं कर सकते. He cannot even take spoon, eat on his own. So उनकी wife और वो दोनों ही थे. So उनका एज होगा शुभम above 60.
Okay.
एंड दे वर स्टेइंग अलोन. सो जब आप ये जेरियाट्रिक एज में होते हो तो लोगों के लिए चीजें संभालना उतना ही डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है, बिकॉज वो टाइम पे जितने भी पेशेंट्स होते हैं, चाहे वो मेल हो चाहे फीमेल हो, उनमें एक चाइल्डिशनेस आ जाता है. तो उतना पेशेंस रख के और वो फंक्शनल मोबिलिटी स्टार्ट कराना, दैट वाज अ बिग चैलेंज फॉर मी एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम. देन वी स्टार्टेड, धीरे धीरे जैसे हम चीजें करते गए वैसे वैसे उनका मोबिलिटी आने लगा. एंड यू वोंट बिलीव, विद इन 15 days ही स्टार्टेड वॉकिंग, विद इन 15 days. And on that 15th day he took a comb and he was standing in front of a mirror and combing his hair. So I can proudly say that वो चीज जो था वो मेरे लिए एक achievement था वो day.
That is a moment, yeah. So in that moment you think yeah, I have chosen a right option for my for my career as well. I think the way your Nanaji is passed away just because of that thing, that lack of lack of physiotherapist, or we can say an expert, and now you are fulfilling those things. So that's a wonderful to hear about that thing, Akanksha, and it's a proud, I would say, like everyone should feel proud when we are into these kind of conditions. So that's a wonderful. Now moving to my next question, Akanksha, I just want to ask you, like people gets very confused about related to physiotherapy. One of my friend, I was just asking to him, so he was saying कि मैं मसाज करवा रहा हूँ कोई फिजियोथेरेपिस्ट से. So I'm shocked कि भाई ये क्या है. So like I also thought कि physiotherapy मतलब मसाज करो, like these kind of things. So what do you think? Like I just want to know, as a doctor and being into this profession, how exactly we can define the physiotherapy? Yeah.
First of all, I would like to say this to everyone that yes, massage is a part of physiotherapy, but guys, we are not massage wala, so stop calling us that. Okay. So what happens कि जब हम जाते हैं and we see people कि हाँ चलो मसाज कर दो. So people think कि हम लोग oil use करते हैं for massage. That is very bad. Because of some people जिनको knowledge नहीं है and they come and try to learn physiotherapy and they do practice stuff like this, तो उन चंद लोगों की वजह से बोल सकते हैं कि आप हमारा प्रोफेशन खराब हो जाता है. बेसिकली हमारा काम क्या है कि हम लोगों की लाइफ को क्वालिटी देते हैं. जैसे कि इफ आई विल गिव यू एन एग्जांपल कि अगर आप किसी डॉक्टर के पास जा रहे हो सर्जरी कराने के लिए, सो डॉक्टर विल गिव यू स्टिचेस, राइट? बट स्टिचेस के बाद चलना, पेशेंट का मोबाइल होना, उनके इम्प्रूवमेंट में आना, वो सब हमारा काम है. सो I cannot think that people should call us massage wala, because we are giving quality and we are transforming people's life. और जितना pain I think उनको surgery के बाद होता है, जब वो धीरे धीरे movement start करते हैं, तो I believe कि उनका pain धीरे धीरे decrease होता है. So that is our job. So I would like to clarify that massage is an integral part, but that is with manipulation. Okay, so there are different techniques. So stop calling us massage walas.
Yeah. So that is all about physiotherapy. So can you give more clarification on like about the physio, like so that we get our audience get more of clarity how they can be a part of as a physiotherapist. I mean in terms of career as well. If someone wants to be a career in physiotherapist, so is it a good career option, or they can opt for this career? Because there are a lot of people who are not much aware of this career, and as I mentioned like this is something people get a bit confused in massage wala and all. So you can give some kind of clarity ki, how you feel about this profession and how you have been facing working as in this profession. Yeah.
So yes, I would definitely say that people who are thinking to become physiotherapist or who are still in the field of becoming a physiotherapist, it's a wonderful field to work, to learn, to grow. Okay, just like doctors do surgery, they do perform surgeries, but they cannot restore a patient's movement and can decrease the pain. Only they give medications for this. But we treat patients without medication. So we have exercises, we have some modalities, like you must have heard of TENS and IFT, ultrasonic waves. So we use all these in our treatment. Suppose you met with an accident, okay? So you have damaged your elbow. Okay. So what doctor will do? He will come, he will visit you, and he will give you medications, and he will put a bandage or a plaster if required, if it's broken. But that bone and muscle which needs to get attached, it is our duty to make sure that jo bhi movement is gone, we are making it restore. So I think that it is a very good career option, because you need to see a great variety of people from every aspect, whether it's neuro, whether it's ortho, whether it's cardio, whether it's psychiatry. So I think, and I should be saying this, that everyone should now create awareness about it, because ये चीज बड़े शहरों में सबको समझ में आती है कि फिजियोथेरेपी क्या होती है, बट आज भी बहुत छोटे छोटे शहर है जहाँ पे उसका इम्पोर्टेंस उतना नहीं है. लोग 50 रुपए देते हैं. शुभम, you won't believe I have seen people giving 50 rupees for physiotherapy and they do nothing. They just come, उनके हाथ पैर चलाते हैं and they just go. So this is not what a physiotherapist do actually. बहुत सारी responsibilities होती है. So yes, it's a very good career option.
Yeah, so that's a very good, I mean, the audience who are watching and who can, who want to get into physiotherapy as a career, so they get a clear idea from Akanksha Sharma, like how she has told us and how she has given the difference. Okay, so now moving to my next question, Akanksha. So like, like about the IT profession, so we all are doing work from home, and I'm also a part of IT guy. So our life has become a bit hectic. We are doing work from home. More of our life is all about to sit on a chair and do all kind of our activities. So my thing is all about, like, we have heard about most of the things related to back pain. Okay, it is one of the common problems that we all are facing. So can you give some kind of basic hacks or a basic exercise that we all can do and can be a bit fit by sitting on a chair or anything? So that's what I just want to ask from you, like if there is any kind of exercise we can do and be a bit more fit.
Yes. So back pain, yes, it's one of the very common problems now everywhere, not in India, but I think globally it's happening, because nowadays people are either sitting on the chair for a longer period of time, either due to their work or even if they are into any sort of business, so they have to sit. So what happens when we are sitting? So there is a term which is called constant loading. Like when you sit for a prolonged duration of time, so your back is that area which takes lots of load on the body. So what happens? The curvature, there is a proper curvature of spine which gets distorted. So uski wajah se you might have heard disc herniation, disc narrowing, prolapsed disc. So these conditions are coming. So what you can do, ideally you should sit at that position jahan pe aapka laptop ya computer on which whatever you are working should be horizontal. Okay. Matlab it should not be much higher or much lower. Right. This is the first hack which anyone can do. Secondly, if you are feeling that you are having back pain or you are developing back pain, so suppose you work for 8 hours, right? So every 1 hour, you can take 5 minutes or 3 minutes, depending upon the flexibility you get. You can go take a small stool and come back to your place. This will restore your mobility of the spine. Okay. And you can carry a lumbar roll for sitting on the chair, and try to avoid sitting on a wheelchair, like the chair which comes with wheel. Okay. Because what happens sometimes, even if we are feeling little lazy, so we sit on the chair, we drag the chair and then we put some object. So that is a very wrong posture. Okay. And you can have a lumbar roll. You can perform little bit of spinal extension exercises every day while coming to work. You can take hot fermentation. So these are some small hacks which you can perform to avoid back pain.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks so much, Akanksha. I can also do, some of the exercise. I'll be in touch with you and we'll ask some of that. Okay. To get more clarity, because मैं कभी-कभी wrong posture कर देता हूँ. So, because that is also, one of the things that we need to avoid. Okay. So apart from that, now moving to, today's is a World Physiotherapist Day. Okay. So what kind of awareness you want to give to all the people, all the audience and everyone, like who are in a part of, in a part of struggling life, or who are facing some kind of challenge in their pains related, or something in their hand pain, back pain, and all kind of pain. So what kind of awareness you want to give on this World Physiotherapist Day? Yeah.
So I would like to say that to everyone who's listening to your podcast, that please understand what a physiotherapy is, what a physiotherapist do. Please do not go for jhola chap doctors. This is a big request from my end. And try to perform exercises, because आप खुद से झूठ बोल सकते हो, but आप एक डॉक्टर को झूठ नहीं बोल सकते हो. So if this is something which is for your benefit, you should actually give it a shot. You should try to learn, and you should understand that this is also an integral part of our body. And depending on medications for a longer period of time, I don't think so it's a good idea. Because बहुत सारी चीजें हैं जो आप पहले avoid कर सकते हो. आप हार्ट स्ट्रोक भी अवॉइड कर सकते हो अगर आपको वो साइंस एंड वार्निंग्स पता है तो. So rather than going for big surgeries and big things, try to understand, and please understand physiotherapy.
Exactly. So that's a good thing. You have shared your views that we all have to understand. We all have to, take the things very seriously. We have to do some kind of basic exercises and avoid those kind of, as you mentioned, ki jhola chap, like the people thinks कि हम लोग 50 रुपए दे देते, because there are a lot of people okay, अगर आप नेट पे सर्च करो 50 रुपए दिया, and they comes and they are not that much of professional, okay, they don't know how to do exercise and all, और वो आते हैं आपके कुछ और exercise या कुछ और movement करवाते हैं, and that is something which create another challenge for that person, right? That's what you want to say. So guys, please try to be in contact with a a professional physiotherapist, okay, and try to do some kind of basic exercise every day. As Akanksha mentioned, don't try to cheat with the people, and don't try to cheat with yourself, right? And stay smart and stay wonderful. Thank you so much.